Okay, time for a bit of show and tell before the flight. The first thing is my jumper transmitter. I've got another antenna which allegedly gives you twice the gain. I've also got a booster coming which I haven't had time to play with yet. But so far I like this, I think it helps. But who knows? Next, a bit about the cameras I'm using. This is the Wimius 4K, as recommended us by RC Sailors. It's not a bad little camera and it's not particularly expensive. What I've got here are two different carriers from two different Bug 3s. And what I did when I was still flying FPV, before FPV when I was flying line of sight, I had this reversed so it would be filming from behind. Well, this one's the normal way, so it would point the camera forward. So just a little thing. The reason I'm showing you these holders is because here's a jury-rigged one. It's from the remains of an original one that I broke in a hard crash, and then I realised I could rivet a metal plate underneath it, hang this ungainly looking foam thing, and then put my most expensive, newest camera, the Xiaomi Y1 Lite, into this cradle. So that goes in something like that, and then I just use a couple of, I won't put them on, but I use a couple of Velcro straps over it to hold it firm rather than rubber bands. And I'll be showing you the results of the first flight, very shortly. So that's a bit about the gear, and of course the trusty old TX03 with its cloverleaf antenna for good range as the FPV component of things. And where I'm recording to in terms of the FPV footage, it's to the card in these Aomi V1s. This is my single most expensive purchase, but I'm much more comfortable flying with this binocular style than with the old box goggles. And unlike the box goggles, I've never needed to put diopters in to be able to focus. I'm fine with these. But it's an individual thing, as I'm keenly aware. So I'm out on the field setting up, looking down at the Y1 camera. I take out a foam block with a hollowed out inside that I sit the whole rig in so the camera can hang down without having to put legs around it, which always seem to get in the way, or more wind resistance. So that's what you're seeing at first. And the wind's blowing about 17 kilometres an hour from the northeast. That's what I found out. So a bit of spinning around and get the feel of it. So I'm facing into the wind now, and it's relatively stable, but it's also pushing back a bit, so I'm not getting much speed. Realising I find being able to see the props in the FPV camera is really useful, particularly when I'm trying to come down and easy to throttle off without actually stopping the motors. The main point of this flight was just to try and fly fairly smoothly, considering the wind, just to get an idea of what the Y1 camera is like, particularly compared to the Wimius, which is, say, it's not a bad camera, but I don't think it's anywhere near as sharp as this one. I had the original Y1, which wound up in the bottom of the pond. I've had that for about 5 years. One of the differences with this one is that it's got image stabilisation. In practice, what it seems to do, it keeps the centre of the shot, the video perfectly still, while you tend to get a little bit of vibration around the outside, but it's pretty good, considering I don't want to bother with gimbals. This gives me good quality that I can easily take individual frames out if I want to. And this is where I really notice the wind, because as I turn around, it's pushing me down to the ground, and I need to throttle up a bit just to pull the nose up, while if I'm into the wind, it's pushing up higher all the time. So gradually getting used to these little elements of flying, and fewer and fewer surprises, which is good. I've done this field to death, but I'm just keen to get a good feel for the total rig. The new camera, the camera holder, the way I've secured the props. I actually had a prop come off on my bug 6, which was interesting. I lost control, didn't realise it was loose. Took it back and then flew it again, and the prop actually flew off. So I thought, So I went and checked all the prop nuts on my bug cylinders, and I found one or two that were loose. So I've got to get into the habit of tightening them up before flights. So I'm facing into the wind and just easing off on the throttle. I'm looking for a nice soft landing to minimise any jolt of the camera. Once again, a landing I'm happy with. So, bye for now, happy flying.